And hello there, we're live, I hope. I don't know. Well, I do know because there is chat, so that's great. And more importantly, I can actually hear the chat, so that's awesome. Because otherwise I would not be able to read it. I did have my tablet ready here, but I don't need it. Anyway, welcome everyone. Thanks, Ed. We're going. Hey there, Ginger. Very good to see you. I might be a bit slow in reacting because, well, as I say, it comes into my ear. But I will do my best. It's the first time for me. I'm very nervous, but you know, it's gonna be a fun time, I think. Hope you all have a very good day today. And we're going to have a good time, I hope, because I got a couple of tapes here which we need to test out. These are 11 tapes. I doubt we will even see half of them, but we'll see how far we go, because we also need to play them, right? And just have a bit of a fun time and see how it goes. I also, just to be sure, I try to appease the beast. He's over there on the table. Gave him some milk, but okay, that's weird. So only through the headphone. It's not coming through on both channels, but on the I don't know. How's this for anyone else? Do you hear stereo, or is it only going through one side? Because the interface does have like one input, so it might be I can change it if I think, I don't know. If more people have this issue, I can look into it, but for now I don't want to mess with things too much. But yeah, don't be surprised if there's going to be a red cat here who's going to mess things up, no doubt. Even if I don't mess things up myself, which is also very likely. Anyway, what I want to do is play some games on actual Commodore 64, load them in via the dataset, and play them on a Genesis controller, because okay, it is mono. Okay, I will I think I can force it to mono, and then it should come through on both channels regardless. How's this? Yeah, but can I live with it? That's the issue. How is it now? Because I changed it to mono, which maybe I should have done before. Anyway, I will play on the Genesis controller, because you can plug those into the Commodore as well. Because you know, these things, they are very noisy, and I just don't think that will come across nicely. And I also want to just test out some things in general, because well, we go through it as we go, but let's just jump into the whole gameplay setup I made. It's better now? Awesome. Then we fix that. Thank you very much. So I don't have a Stream Deck, but I have shortcuts, so I can, I think if I remember correctly, hit Control-2, and then we jump to, there we go, the actual streaming setup for gameplay and the likes. And I should also hit this, and now we should occasionally see where the chat is, and I hope the chat is okay on during the stream as well. You always have live chat on YouTube, but you know, it's kind of nice for those who watch in full screen to still see the chat, which, you know, is a possibility now. But you should also sometimes see what game we're actually going to play. And the first game we are going to grab here is, well, the one game that I initially tried. You know, this one is a bit of a glare there, I suppose. The Return of the Space Warrior, a very descriptive name there. But yeah, this tape, it's very fuzzy when you actually play it, so it's rather a bit of a problematic tape in general. But it should work. Should. Because this one was the one that I tested, and it first started working through an emulator, and then I sent that back to the Commodore, and eventually everything worked. But now we've got actual hardware, so can't get much better than that. So let's actually press play on tape and see what it will find, and perhaps find any nice SID tunes, because it's very silent now. I have to keep talking, which I'm not very used to anymore. So, it's an interesting experience. This. I still have this cable thing. I'm not sure if I should. Did I find it? Yes, Warriors. I'm not sure if I should get a wireless headphone at some point. But oh well. Oh well. There we go. The moment I was a bit worried there that it would screw up, but apparently it seems to be loading. Another big advantage of this tape is that it's very short, so it loads really quickly, which is great. And eventually we can also maybe look at the actual boxes and find some more info in there. But for now I just want to more or less see if things work out. This is a very basic game regardless. It's kind of a Joust clone, or for the Nintendo fans out there, Balloon Fight. It's not too involved, I hope. I should just screw it up anyway. Yeah, there should be, right, a prequel to Return of the Space Warrior. Because why wouldn't there be? I don't know. These Commodore names, they are quite something. Can you hear the music of the Commodore? This one does play very quietly, I think. But if you can let me know if you can actually hear the audio of the... There is a sit tune now playing, but it's very quiet. Let's see, I assume... I hope there's not too many games where I have to use the keyboard because all the way over here, because well, I also need my normal keyboard, right? But normally when there's like these options in screen, then you can basically assume that F1, F3, F5 and F7 are the ones corresponding to the options on the screen. So I should have F7, F5 I mean, to put it on joystick, and skill level I should probably keep at level 1. And let's see how this goes. Here we go. We've got a big... yeah, the action button is just, you know, your hover button, and then you just jump on top of the heads. I also hope that this gameplay comes across okay, because... Awesome, thank you Ed. Great to hear that the music is coming through. Got to have those sit tunes. Yeah, those sit tunes can be quite nice, and it's one of the biggest advantages of the Commodore 64 in general. Just the capabilities of that sit chip or something else, like the NES. That's some... Wait, what? He exploded onto me. Oh well. But yeah, the NES has some nice tunes, but it can't hold a candle to the Yeah, it's kind of like Opa Opa, isn't it? Oh man. Although not as capable, because, well, we can't shoot. I can press the name. It's still set on joystick. I'm gonna go for another go, because that was rather... that was just a test run. I'm gonna say this a lot. Anyway, I do hope that the video quality is okay as well, because there is an issue, because streams tend to prefer either 30 or 60 frames per second. However, my Commodore is a European one, obviously, which means that it is the good old bad ball standard, which means 50 Hz. So that might lead to some drop frames now and then, but you know, it is what it is. We can't do much about that, I'm afraid. When you actually record, then I believe YouTube actually does allow for some 50 frames per second videos, but not during stream for some reason. But oh well, we'll make use for it. And we lost some platforms. I'm actually not sure if this makes it harder. I've never been a big fan of Joust and Balloon Fight in general. Because I find them very hard to control. Whoa, and being such a big egg thing, I think you're actually fighting, like the Space Warrior is a giant egg. I think that's somewhere in the manual there. But yeah, being so big, ooh, I kind of, what's that? What's that? That must be the Space Warrior. I'm going to just avoid him and assume he's bad news. Yeah, you go away. Now there's even less platforms. And of course the ground is also lava. Well, part of it at least. But there should be more lava apparently eventually, I think. Did I get an extra life or do you actually start with 4 extra? No, I think I got an extra life. Which I've now wasted. Oh well. Such is life, isn't it? Anyway, let's kill these guys. But yeah, Joust never been too much of a big fan of it because wow, there's a lot of dudes. I just find it so hard to control these things. Didn't Joust have like this weird ostrich warrior thing going on? Like kind of odd design. Not that this is any less weird, I suppose. And then there was a balloon fight, which in concept actually makes a bit more sense, you know, when you pop the balloons. Balloon fight also has this kind of... This is Return of the Space Warrior. Or... Yeah, I kind of like this game for its simplicity. Again, this game, it loads super quick, so that's great. Also for testing purposes. How long did it take? Like only about 1.5 minutes, and it's a game that you don't hear often. And yeah, I don't know when the prequel was because when was the return? So yeah, this is the little booklet. I don't know if it's actually glaring. I should... there we go. It's kind of a cool, colorful booklet as well. 1986, cool. Yeah, it's quite a nice game. I don't actually remember this one as well. I'm sure that it is one that's from my own collection. But I don't remember it as well. Should we do another go or should we head on to the next game? What do you say, chat? Should we have another go and see if I can actually get a bit further? Or should we move on to the next one? I actually don't know what it is either. By the way, how does it look in the stream when the chat kind of disappears? Edward Egg, nice ad. And hello there. The speech synthesizer didn't get your name there. No, I think we're just going to go through for another one. And again, for people who are joining in, I'm sorry if I'm a bit late in responding. I can't read the chat, but I am getting it through speech synthesizer through my ear. Yeah, I am... it's cutting through me through a speech synthesizer, and that tends to screw up usernames as well. So I'm sorry if I do hear you, but it might be a bit late, and I might not actually know who's talking exactly. Although For some reason, well, Edward Hunter is an easy to understand name for the synthesizer, I suppose. But yeah, when it gets a bit more complicated with the namings, then it becomes a bit harder. Okay. Hey there! Welcome to the stream, hope you enjoy it, and well, welcome to Return of the Space Warrior. We're playing that now. And also, the chat should occasionally disappear in the live stream video and then show the case of the game. Is that actually coming through? Because I don't know. It's actually kind of funny because I set that up like a month ago and I have no clue how I even did it anymore. But you know, it looked kind of neat. And I will have to look at getting that chat. Wow, that was a very bad attempt. Okay, awesome. That one didn't count. One more try, because now I didn't get that far. It's really hard, you know, doing everything at the one go and streaming and talking and playing and, you know, it's a new experience for me, but I kind of like it so far. I'm just very self-conscious is what makes me most nervous, I guess. But you know, if you practice, you will get better at it. The game basically goes for everything, doesn't it? Ah, crap. And now those two disappear as well, they despawn, so now I have to clear them out again. Okay, so let's be more careful. Thank you, I hope so. Wouldn't keep my fingers crossed. You really need to stay on top here. Thank you very much. Great to hear that you enjoyed the setup. Really need to look into how to make the speech synthesizer read the names properly, because it's very hard for me to understand who's actually talking, which is a bit annoying. But we'll find out eventually. I think there's also a better. It's basically tied to the speech from my system right now, which isn't the greatest. And there is a better option, but then you only have a limited amount of prompts, and then when you're out, you need to pay. So I need to look into actually finding a you know, just one that is actually good, and I can install on my system. Anyway, I think we've seen enough of Return of the Space Warrior. What do you say we go to the next game here? And we should reset. Yeah, I don't know what about the buffering. YouTube should alter its playstyle. Like it should be flexible in setting the bitrate per viewer, I think. So it doesn't really matter how much I upload. But if everyone is suffering through that, then apparently I have set the bitrate too high. But I don't know. So if more people have that, let me know. Anyway, let's be kind and rewind. As you saw, I hit the reset button, but some games will not actually reset the system, and they will just reset the game, which, you know, can be handy. after you've loaded the game for 20 minutes and then you hit reset and it'll just disappear. That's no fun. So yeah, that one was great. And now we go to the next game, and let's see what did I, there we go, which is Gary the Germ, which is a game I don't actually remember. So did I not? Nope, wrong side. This is a game from Firebird, and Firebird has this. Well, most games actually that they have their tapes on two sides. So anyway, I should use this Commodore keyboard, shouldn't I? Let's press play on tape and see what Gary the Germ is like. I think it might be fun. I don't remember this game at all. It's from my own collection. I don't remember it. So let's just see what's actually on the back of it. And I need to cheat here a bit because I cannot read this, but I have a phone. A phone has a camera. So I can kind of use this as a loop. Let's first look if it's actually going to find it. Gary! He found Gary. Let's load Gary. And again, this is something where I'm very self-conscious because I tend to be very well, that's awesome. I feel honored that you watch this stream. And anyway, let's see what's on the back here. I'm very self-conscious, so I'm sorry if this looks goofy, but that's just part of being half blind, you know. Get to the heart of the matter and get to the heart of the matter and become the virulent virus of the year. Wow, that's a bit topical, isn't it? And then it's in a bunch of different languages, which I will not butcher because I've got English and I've got Dutch, but I don't have much else, I'm afraid. Well, gibberish. Thank you. The game. Gary the Germ has again failed his stinkploma and has been expelled from the Institute of Infectology. Yeah, and if you have to go to family matters, of course, I understand. I really appreciate that you're here and just checking it out regardless. Thank you very much for that. Oh, thank you, Ed. So you're implying I do look goofy, which I'm very much aware of. Filled with indignation. Yeah, thank you for that. I really need to check that out because it's a custom like browser box, and apparently I did not align that correctly. And as I set this up a while before, and I just don't remember how I actually did it because that's just my brain, and I just don't want to mess with it now and just mess it up completely. So we will just have to deal with the delay. I thought it was done already, but no, it's just the title screen. So anyway, Gary the Germ has again failed his stinkdiploma and has been expelled from the Institute of Infectology. Filled with indignation, he sets out to win the coveted title of Virulent Virus of the Year, and so prove himself to the rest of Germ society. Having found an unsuspecting victim, he must cause as much damage as possible, working his way to the heart, there causing a massive coronary? What's a coronary? I don't know. Yeah, I'm quite nervous myself here, to be honest. Coveted. Thank you, Ed. I'm quite nervous of this whole streaming business myself, although I usually just live by the adage of, you know, just fake it till you make it and just make the best of it, and we'll see. Also was debating, like, should I add a webcam or face cam or not, and eventually I figured, you know, it is just a bit more personal, so I figured, you know, why not, and just have a go at it. As you can see, this game takes much longer to load, which doesn't always make for a better game. Some of these games can be quite bad, honestly. Thank you very much. But is that with an O, Corony? Anyway, there's apparently 6 stages. First there's the lungs, lungaroo. You will need to collect the oxygen bottles produced by the red blood cells. Take care to avoid these and white blood cells. Fail and it's off to the bladder. Oh boy. And then we go to the kidneys. I guess on the way to the bladder. Kidney. Ah, here we go. Let's start. Well, we're just going to figure out things as we go, why don't we? I mean, how hard can it be? I misspell and misspeak all the time, so that's quite a pain. How do we actually start? Hit return. Okay, hit return. Redefine keys. Wow, that's for the Commodore 64. Redefining keys is kind of a luxury. Yeah, it's a nice little beat here. Joystick is used for some. I don't know. Test keys. Test keys. And then, well, my joypad works. Yeah, works just fine. Okay. Yeah, Live at Pixel. Wow, I think I actually had a video of that game. I want to start. How do I... Freeze, start game, right? Joystick. No. Yeah, that's was a real while ago. I don't know how to start. This is great. They re-released Live at Pixels? I did not know that they made another release. I don't know how to get out of the testing key thing. That's awesome. I don't want to do it again. Ah, there we go. I probably just missed the return key. No, there is no escape button on the Commodore 64. On Commodore, there is no escape. There is a run stop button, which this is really abstract. There's an oxygen bottle. Okay, so red blood cells, white blood cells. I don't remember this game at all. Those oxygen bottles don't stay on screen very long. And it's a very abstract looking lung, if I do say so myself. No! Okay, so let's get in here. Yeah, I don't know any Twitch lingo, so I am not. I'm not very experienced in any streaming. I don't tend to watch many streams myself because, well, I sometimes have them up on in the background, but never on Twitch. So any Twitch lingo will just go way beyond me, I'm afraid. Even some YouTube lingo. Okay, get it. Mr. Gary isn't very fast, you know. And we're here again. Well, I will try to catch his stream sometimes. So afterwards I just need to... I don't know what to do here. Probably not that. But yeah, like streamings and... there's never enough time in the day, you know? And streams tend to last very long, so sometimes I have it up on the background, but then also there's sometimes, you know, podcasts, and then there's... I got 1! We only needed 5, right? Oh, this is gonna be just amazing. I do love the music in this game. Sounds very upbeat. Nice. There's 2. Okay, now we know how to do it. Wait until they collide together, then as they spread out, you go in and touch them. I don't really know what to do here. Avoid the bird, that's for sure. Do we collect the droplets? No. Oh, the toilet roll. I was avoiding the toilet roll. But it seems like we are still continuing. See, this is why you should read manuals, kids. Which of course no one ever did. And funnily enough, it is something that I do miss nowadays, where new games just, you know, tend to skip out on... Ah, man. Skip out on manuals altogether. Although some indie games... Oh, you need to press the button? Okay. Some indie games actually have their... Some indie games have new manuals. Yeah, I never had the patience to read manuals, but my reading is very my reading is very poor in general, so reading can be a bit of a frustrating thing for me. Do I go over here? No, where do I bring the toilet paper? I don't know. Yeah, and it's kinda, you know, understandable too, because those old manuals, they were so awesome. You know, just the pictures they put in there, like enemy designs and such. It was like having a bit of concept art, which you did not, of course, you weren't able to put it in the actual games, because they were so limited in the sprite capabilities, but the manuals actually showed you more, because, well, they or just take the manual for The Legend of Zelda, for example, like, it tells a whole story through pictures and all. Just add something, you know. And then they got kind of boring, but still informative. And then they decided to only put in a leaflet. And then they just skipped out on anything. Hey there! I'm sorry, the name is kinda lost on me. I'm getting the chat through my ear. So if I get a chat through my ear and I don't actually get your name right, I am sorry for that. Still need to look into that. Ah, thank you, Ed. Yeah, I have a TTS system in place. Oop. Okay, so let's try this. I need to catch the toilet paper, then just hang on to it. But how do I avoid that, dude? Thank you. The plants are a nice bit of scenery. Nice bits of scenery, and you know, they are less annoying than the cats, generally speaking. Although those cacti, man. Oh, I just have to run into them. Oh, okay. We're getting the hang of it. Slowly but surely, we are winning here. And yeah, if you're wondering, the cat is sleeping on the table behind me somewhere. He had a nice bowl of milk. I kind of persuaded him to leave me alone for a bit. But yeah, eventually he will probably come in here. Yeah, I'm very much alive. Not always, but kinda. Yeah, that video where the cat was draped over my shoulder, I think that was actually in the thumbnail. That was actually his brother. Unfortunately, he died. But both of them were red, and I only have Grizo with me right now, which is a bit of a weird name, I know. It's actually the Dutch version of Gribo, which is the cat from the witches in the Terry Pratchett books from Discworld. There we go. And in the Dutch version, that cat is called Grizo. But the harsh isn't very popular outside of the Netherlands. Well, Germany kind of is okay with it, I guess. So, you know, just going Grizo, I suppose, with a nice self-tune. Ah, man. Ah, so, yeah, Ben. You must be Ben, because I know when you talk about your family dog Penny, then I get the gist of who's who a bit. Again, the name is not coming through alright. Yeah, pets are awesome, but eventually, unfortunately, they have to go, and we lost a bit longer than we planned. Tea or coffee? Tea or coffee? For me, it's obviously coffee and tea, both. Why did I put the toilet paper over there? Oops. There we go. I still don't really get the gist of everything. That's not going to work. Nope. I'm not sure how far I will go with this, because I can't seem to be past the first stage of the freaking game. I told you so when I read the manual. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Get in here. Get the canister. There's one. Get out. And then I say disperse again. Get in. Need to concentrate a bit, you see. And now get out. No, get out. Get in. There we go. Get out again. And I don't know when Grizo will pop up, but eventually, believe me, he will come here and he will make a mess of everything. Stand on my keyboard, possibly end the stream. No, I think that doesn't have a shortcut. Or stand on the Commodore 64. You know, sometimes if you hit run stop, it'll also stop the game. Can I get it? Can I get it? Nope, nope. Get out. Get out. Only one more, right? Only one more. Let's go. Let's go. Let's grab it. There we go. We did it. And now we are in the kidney. But what do I do in the kidney? There's a plunger, which is not supposed to be in the kidney. There's a white blood cell. This is very abstract, you know. Can't shoot. Donkey Kong 3, yeah, that was the one with where you have to repel the bugs, isn't it? Ah, crap. Yeah, still not really sure how to do this. Like, we are filling the tub here. But when does it actually end? Does the game have an ending at all? Like, do you have infinite lives? I really don't remember this game either. You know, it's kind of funny because this is from my collection, but I have, like, when I pulled out the games, you can only load so many games in a session, and then you basically default to your most favorite ones, and this one I don't remember it at all. But I must say I kind of dig it, at least in the way that it has different stages. It's kind of tells an abstract thing. The manuals seem to have a bit of a sense of humor. That's always great. And but yeah, I should have read the whole manual, I suppose, but yeah, I wasn't fast enough. So I tried going to the island when we could, but that wasn't... Oh, okay, so maybe I was... The first time it was already too far, maybe. So, but what do I do here? No. Oh, do I collect those attires? I don't know. Let's see. Does he rap? No, you don't. You don't. Huh. Sounds like a bit of a buffering problem if it said that the stream ended. It's kind of weird. Shouldn't happen. But, you know, I was prepared for stuff to go wrong, so... because that's the life of a streamer, as much as I bothered. Stuff is always going to go wrong eventually. Anyway, I think we've seen quite a bit of this game. What do you say we go on to the next game? Because I don't really know how to progress further. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Perhaps I set the bitrate a bit too hard. Ah, really? You get sent back? You get sent back all the way to the beginning when you die? Let's go to the next game. Let's find the reset button here. Ah, and this time it actually resets. And as always, be kind and rewind. We will no doubtfully find some games where it's obvious that I played that last, where this was not the case. Yeah, thank you, Ben. My bitrate is currently set to 8 megabits, which is not even the maximum for what YouTube recommends, but my current upload speed is around 20. So I think that should be enough headroom, right? Again, I'm not a... that's something I should be able to do. Let's see, where is the volume control? Oh man, I need to do it on by touch here. And then the game audio. I should have first loaded a new game, shouldn't I? Way to waste time, Seb. Anyway, lower the game audio a bit. There we go. And I think my microphone is also a bit louder now. I hope. And I should also press the button to go for the next game, which is another game I do not remember at all. Pirates in Hyperspace. Which does it actually show? There we go. Pirates in Hyperspace. It sounds well, it sounds kind of awesome, doesn't it? And it's back, so let's press play on tape. And let's see if we can. Wow, this backside is really barren. It doesn't say anything. How can you decide in the shop that you actually want it? Well, it says something, but it's probably not much. And usually these things have screenshots from just the nicest actual game. Pirates in Hyperspace, or HS. That sounds like what we were looking for. And let's see, what does the game say? Okay, awesome. Great that I can that you can hear me better. Yeah, it's still a bit of experimenting with the audio levels and everything. So thank you for all the feedback that you give, and eventually we will find the perfect spot, don't we? Yeah, the only text on the back is just that the screenshot might not be representing. Although I think this is a Commodore screenshot. So what is this game about? The story. Loading instructions. That's not a story. You are a space pirate from the planet Sinnoh. The planet is inhabited mainly by professors and scientists, so the place is technically more advanced than any other planet in the local universe. Did it already load, or is this a loader? I think this is a loader. Yeah. Which has a very cheerful little tune, which is very unlike the SID chip, to be honest. But anyway, if it's only inhabited by professors and scientists, what's a pirate doing there? Okay. So it's more technological advance, okay. With one exception, artificial intelligence has not yet been created. Third generation computers are still the in thing. Last week, while cruising in your FSD 8211 twin engine turbocharged I don't think I do. I didn't recognize that name at all. But it might be the speech synthesizer that... Let me just look at what you actually said there. I have a tablet here, which should display chat in an enlarged form as well, if needed. Let's go to the right tab. Is it actually working? I don't know. You don't have it to... No, I do not, I did not own that. I don't know what it is. I have no clue. Yeah, you should. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it so far, even though I'm still that nervous. But we make the best of it. It's not started yet, right? No, probably not. Wait, we can easily check. Is it still... It is stopped. Okay, so it did... It was done loading anyway. And now it continues. I just hit... Oh my goodness. See how long this has been for me. I am not an expert on the Commodore 64. When I learned about emulation, like in the late 90s, the Commodore 64 was about the first thing that I emulated. I love playing on the Commodore, but I did not enjoy loading times. And this has a lot of loading times. But I was an impatient dude back then. Now, I'm still impatient, but I'm also very nostalgic for this kind of stuff. And, you know, this is kind of part of the experience. But yeah, don't be surprised if I make a lot of goofs like that. Anyway, artificial intelligence is not on this planet, and we got the spacecraft, which is a mouthful. So you heard a message from your illegal sideband radio. It was something to do with the scientists who went on a discovery mission in the neighboring planet. Oh, is this based on a movie? I did not know that. But then again, I don't really know many Finnish movies, I suppose. But that's kind of awesome. Should check that out. Because you know, just the title again alone, it sounds awesome. They said they had found a substance that could be extremely useful in technological advances. It is a microscopic life form that has two states that can be identified as on or off. Wow, that's a true binary thing, isn't it? It was ideal for organic, artificially intelligent computers. They said they could not bring it back with them because there was so much of it. Well, couldn't you just bring a bit of it? That was not intentionally put there. Also, that they had arranged a convoy of 21 cargo ships to transport it back to Sinnoh. They called this Mission FX. Is it crashing? Or is it actually saying we're done? Alright, thank you very much for joining me, and enjoy the family meeting, and hope to see you next time again. But yeah, really appreciate you dropping in. I am going to try it. Let me look it up again. I'm going to butcher a lot of names or languages. Let's see. Uno Turapuro Muta Male? Oh my goodness. I just did. Anyway, let's raid some convoys. Why don't we? Choose your ship. Does it matter? I don't know. So this is okay. Shooting stuff. I can shoot stuff. I can also crash into stuff. So is that a power up? Yeah, there ought to be power ups, right? This looks like a power-up. Yep. Yeah, the thing shifted on me. That's not fair. Okay, let's try this again. So occasionally it will just shift direction. We can also move up and down. That's good to know. Yeah, see you next time, and thank you very much for tuning in. Whoops. No, I think, well, maybe it says it correctly, but I just, I don't know, it's just weird. Or just, I may be too slow to catch it. It's also kind of difficult, you know, hearing audio from the Commodore itself. Ugh. That one came out of the right field. But yeah, the TTS is kind of mispronouncing names. Or maybe it's not, but you know, it's set to English, so anything that's not recognized as English, it's kind of... What do I do now? Oh! Thanks, Ben, that really helps. And hope to see you next time, Ben, and we will talk on Discord, of course. And awesome to hear that I didn't butcher it too much. Also, you know, Finnish, I never heard too much Finnish. It's not too common to hear it here. I kind of dig this game so far, I must say. It's a nice little shoot 'em up, and it's also kind of unique with the shifting of the enemies. It is a bit too fast for me, but you know, that's just practice. And in the second level, I didn't mention it, but there is actually a pull, like you get pulled to the side, which is really annoying. But kind of cool. Let's try the middle ship now. I'm not sure if this makes any difference. But again, I like that the game also has different kind of game levels. Hey there, Ed. Thanks that you're back again. And you know, if you're having dinner, then it's not too surprising if you're quiet. I tend to be quiet too if I'm gone for dinner. I missed that. Yeah, this game could use some music, although many Commodore 64 games unfortunately only either had music or sound effects. It was possible to have them both, I think, but that was mainly used with later games and not the first lot, unfortunately. Very much like CDI, I suppose. CDI also has a lot of games where you have to make a choice if you don't have the digital video cartridge. Damn it, I can't help myself, can I? Always have to talk about this CDI crap. Oh well, that's for another stream, Seb. That's for another stream. But yeah, Commodore 64 was much like that as well, where many games, whoa, had you choose between either sound effects or some awesome tunage, which usually, if you have that choice, you opted for the music because that was just so much more awesome. But we can actually look at the screen, because maybe there is an option. Sometimes there is an option for both. Yeah, there is a strong, like, magnetic pull. Yeah, there's no color differentiation, which is a bit of a shame. Perhaps this game was also on the Spectrum, so they kind of left the, you know, this game would, I think, kind of work on the Spectrum's limited color palette, or, well, the Spectrum doesn't have a limited color palette, but more of the areas, as I understand it, can't really overlap. I'm not a ZX Spectrum expert at all, but I've... Yeah, so I guess I have played some Finnish games. I've played, well, Max Payne is a pretty awesome game. I think I played a little bit of Alan Wake, and I did kind of like it, but for some reason I just put it down real quickly and moved on to something else. I don't. Now that you mention, I just don't know why. Because I did like it. But yeah, Max Payne is a really cool game, but it gets really hard for me eventually. And Angry Birds, well, I guess. Who hasn't played Angry Birds, I guess. I'm actually going to look in the manual to see if there is music and audio together, or is the manual not any further. Let me see. And as I do, we can actually enjoy the music here, because it does have a very nice tune, I must say. Sounds very cool. No, it doesn't really say anything about music as I scan through it. It does appear to have 3 different stages. We only saw 2, and the second one we didn't really get far, which is unfortunate. Let's try again, because I do enjoy the game, and this is actually the difficulty. I have no clue. Let's try the 3rd ship, I suppose, and see. This doesn't seem to make much of a difference, but I don't know. And yeah, all the enemies do look the same, or at least have the same color. And crap. And was that Flat Out or Wipeout? I played both. And both are awesome. Let's see if we can actually get past that 2nd stage now. It's kind of annoying that when you die you have to redo the 1st stage as well. Crap. But yeah, Wipeout, I think the one I played the most for Wipeout on PlayStation was 2097. I think it's the number behind there. Yeah, it must be. Because it was 100 years in the future. But all the Wipeout games, I don't think there's a bad Wipeout game. And I don't think there's a bad Flat Out game either, although I didn't... How many Flat Out games are there now? Okay, so let's go. I'm already dead. You can shoot those things, so maybe that's what you actually should do. Just shoot those pellets as they come crashing down. Crap. So it was Flat Out, yeah. Flat Out had this this crazy like catapult game, I remember. Just really fun. Let's see if I can... I want to beat that 2nd stage, damn it. Let's try it again. One more time. Let's try the 1st ship again. Although I don't think it makes any difference other than the aesthetics. But yeah, this game plays really nicely as well. It's also a game that really feels nice with the actual joypad instead of a joystick. Okay. This moving, like where the enemies move to a different direction, that's actually kind of difficult to anticipate. And especially from the side, like it's kind of hard to weave in and out of these things. And like that, you know, it's very mean, and I miss the thing that I need. Let's. I'm not that great at shoot 'em ups in general. I do like them, but you know, they're just very hard. this is looking good, but I keep shooting all of the power-ups. And I shouldn't do that. I've never played Wreckfest, so I don't know if that's any fun. But you know, if it's crap, I did it again. If it's anything like any Destruction Derby game, I probably like it, because you know, it actually allows you to destroy stuff, which is the one thing I'm really good at. Yeah, Destruction Derby was like this awesome game as well. Yeah, that catapult game was had quite a little fun with some friends, you know, setting the highest score. just weird stuff like this is just always awesome. But yeah, as you said, also on the Burnout games, the what was it called? Crash Mode. Really cool game. The Burnout series. First one not so much, but starting with the second one, they really started to get great. And like the first one wasn't terrible. Whoa, crap. Thank you. I was kind of afraid that I would put people to sleep with my stream, but if it actually keeps people awake, well, maybe that is a problem as well, but maybe that's actually great as well. Anyway, should we do another run or should we move on to the next game? Because I don't get too far apparently. So let me know, should we do another go or should we head on to the next one? What's the next one? Oh cool, oh boy, the next one. I kind of recognize the cover. And it's I think I kind of remember what that game was. Anyway, should we do another run of this one? I do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, but I'm not very good at it, which is not surprising. So let me know, and perhaps we should invite Grizo to the show as well. Why shouldn't we? Maybe. I will need a break in just a bit anyway. Just to have to get something to drink. You know, and probably perhaps give him a little treat and invite him over as well. But first of all, should we do this one more time, or should we move on to the next one? I'm going to do it one more time. After this one, we're going to the next game. Or well, actually after this one I'm going to do a quick 5-minute break because I need to go potty. Unfortunately that's something that I have to do a lot, but you know, it is what it is. And I can actually fuel up a bit, get something to drink. Because I put my glass here, but I actually forgot to put anything in it. Typical me, typical me. And I will see if Grizo wants to come over. 6-7 people actually watching, that's insane. I mean, I didn't really expect many people would watch anyway, so you know, I was like, well, probably I sit here for about 2 hours just talking to myself and Ed when he's around to keep track of chat. And I'm really thankful that you're here, Ed, to keep track of things. But yeah, I really didn't expect anyone really checking in, especially like this first time. It does take a while for these kind of streams to pick up some traction, you know. Whoops. The TTS is calling Grizo, it's calling it Grizio, which is kind of a fun name as well, I guess. Yeah, I will grab a treat after this one, and we'll see if we can come over. And I actually want to also show off something of the stream when we do have a break. An idea I had. And I'm just curious to see what you guys think about it. I mean, it's only a concept for a little intermission screen. But I would like to know your opinion on if you would actually like that. Basically, I want to do like a blown up piece of a screenshot and just, have you guess what kind of game it's from. Just when I happen to be away for a bit to have something on screen. There's only one game now, just as a test thing, but eventually it should randomize the pictures as I make new ones, and hopefully I can manage to actually get some screenshots in. Perhaps also, from other people. Yeah, I'm dead. I didn't even get to the freaking boss. We're going out of this, and is this going to reset? Yeah. Love the music. So I am going to switch it over to the intermission screen. I will be back in 2-3 minutes. Get a treat for Grizo and get something to drink for myself. And in the meantime, well, there's going to be some sit tunes, I hope. And see you in a bit. There we go, back again. Got myself a refreshment. Cheers. And did anyone guess the game there? This is actually, by the way, a Hertog-Jan Weissner. Nice beer. Hertog-Jan is not my preferred brand, but it's quite nice. Hey there, Mark. Welcome to the stream. Awesome to see you or hear you, I suppose. Anyway, I did anyone know what game that was from? And also, what do you think of that idea? I'm going to switch back to the game screen here, as we are going to prepare for the next game. But yeah, did you like that idea of that changing to random screenshots? That was actually from Streets of Rage 2. From the second stage at the end, there is a bartender there. Anyway, we are going to play this game. Stormbringer. Yeah, I kind of remember this game. And I remember it's like an adventure game, if I remember correctly, which I was a bit too young for. So I did not get far. I did not understand it at all. And yeah, this is definitely a tape I played last because it's not rewound. Yeah, Streets of Rage 2 was the game indeed, and I will hopefully make one of those screenshots where it will randomize it whenever I need to like do something. Oh yeah, and we should, before we start, I did promise something else, did I? Because I didn't get only a treat for myself, but also for the cat, so, you know. Let's actually give him something. Yeah, love Bare Knuckle 2 or Streets of Rage 2. I'm 38 years old for almost a full month to come. We'll be 39 at the end. Anyway, nice little trip. Psst, psst. Psst, psst. You come. You come. No, you idiot. You're supposed to. Normally he goes over the he climbs on the desk via the TV cabinet, but now he decides he wants to climb right on top of me. Okay, there we go. And he is all about the food. You actually dropped another piece. And now chaos starts. Believe you me. There, you happy now? Oh my goodness. It's gone. It's gone. That was all there was. There was one stick. One stick. Yeah, he's a big boy, all right. And now he's going to look for more, and now I turned him on, and yeah, now it's going to be disastrous. Oh boy, who invited him again? Anyway, let's start loading this tape. I should have done this again, but oh well. So much for planning. Anyway, what is this game about? I don't know. Do you know? No, you don't know. You're still looking for food. Just wait when he's going to put his paw on. Yeah, Stormbringer. Another Finnish thing, huh? We've got a lot of Finnish inspired things. And this is an adventure game, I think, and I never got far with it. Oh yeah, you should be responsible and very much sorry because yeah, He's going to stand on the run stop button and stop the loading process. Just you wait. Stormbringer, the concluding episode in the acclaimed Magic Knight saga. Oh, so I guess this is the sequel. Maybe. Do I have the first game? I don't know. A terrible accident has occurred. Magic Knight has been accidentally cloned whilst traveling home in a second-hand... I do remember this tune. Whilst traveling home in a second-hand time machine. And his other self, the evil Stormbringer, is out to destroy him. Is this the end for Magic Knight? Featuring the unique Windimation system first seen in Spellbound. He will probably start. Usually, when I'm just in the evenings, he will plant himself down here on this corner, which he will probably do in just a bit. Can we actually play Space Invaders? Oh no, it's not Space Invaders. So yeah, again, like these games, it is from my own... Will you stop that? So again, like back in the late 80s when we had this game, like these type of games were just a bit too hard for me to fully comprehend and understand. And what are you doing? Stop. So I just never got good in this. Yeah, Mark, this tape deck works flawlessly. It's I get what you want to do. You want to... Oh no. Oh no. I committed the sin. Oh, it didn't crash. Sometimes when you bump the Commodore 64, it tends to say, okay, I'm done. You can start over. But yeah, this tape deck works really well. I actually got it. I think it was like a new old stock, and it works flawlessly. It's amazing. Anyway, how do I actually move? That's the question. Because I don't know. Probably in the wrong port. It's another one of those tickle things. Nope. Okay, so now I need to actually read, keyboard. How do I go down to joystick? Because I don't know. Okay, I need to get the manual out. I do know that as a kid I got through this part. Let's see. Oh no. Oh no. It's back. Welcome. Yeah. How to play. Where is it? Controls. Nope. It's I don't actually know where the cursor keys are on the keyboard here, but it says A and C, but maybe I crashed the game anyway because it's not actually going down. A and Z should. Bottom right. Oh, there. Nope. I think I actually crashed the game after all. So let's, I guess there's no other option than just try it again. Thanks, Grizo. Well, I guess it was my fault. But on the plus side, we get to enjoy this lovely sit tune in the loading, in the loader again, because it's was quite a nice tune. Okay, let's go. And yeah, this is like the original Commodore 64 or a C64C, like the second installment of the Commodore 64, and it is connected through S-Video. And yeah, that gives quite a nice image. I first had it through Composite, and wow, that's this S-Video. It's such an upgrade over Composite. Really looks wonderful. Is it not working? Oh. Space is not working. That's usually not a good sign. Yeah, Grizo is a powerful entity indeed. Quite a nuisance at times. My beard is already flat. Oh well. It's still nice at least. And let's. I might actually now look at the actual game instructions, I suppose. Yeah, sure thing, Ed. See you in a bit. Welcome to Stormbringer, the concluding. Now that we read that part, right? There is more, right? No, there is not more. Okay. Features. This game uses an enhanced version of. I read that as well, or not? Yeah. Controls. So A is up and jump, Z is down, N is left, M is right, space is fire. Use the up and down keys in the menu to operate the finger. Operate the finger. Joystick in port 2. Okay. So you can play Space Invaders. Yeah, I thought as much. Press fire to... Oh yeah, but now I put it in the wrong port again. Let's put it back in 2, which generally speaking is the default port. Ah yeah, whoa, this is a really fast version of Space Invaders. Wow. Kind of interesting how they even managed to get a game inside of a loader. I mean, it's Space Invaders, it's basic, but you know, getting any game to play on the Commodore is like a feat in itself, and having it so that it does that during the loading of an actual game, kind of interesting. It's like, you know, what other thing did it? Did you? Oh no, he did not. Like the Namco games for PlayStation, they did that too, right? Where you could play a game during loading times. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, now it works. Now it works. Yeah, there we go. Ridge Racer had it, and some more. I think Air Combat had it too. Not sure about Ace Combat. It was very cool, and, even though, you know, loading times on the PlayStations don't take that long. Instructions. Should I use the instructions? Nah. Okay. They have a patent for that? Wow, that's kind of. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Press fire to game over. Why? What'd I do? Well, that lasted long. This is going to be a short one. As I said, I never got far in this game before, and okay. So what? No, I just pressed the button. Maybe I should read instructions, but meh, instructions, you know. Game over. Okay, I guess we should go for instructions. No kidding, it's in seconds indeed. This is just the same blurb as on the box, so that's not really going to help us much. Yeah, it's the exact same. That's the credits. So, oh crap! I did a thing. There, joystick. Play game. So let's just go there. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. As soon as I press down, we die. But I set a new record with completion of 1%. Yeah, I never got far in this game, and I'm starting to see why. There's an X. We can jump at least, but there's a sword. Swords are nice, but how do I pick up? Because if I press down, we die. If I press the button, we die. So, okay, I'm going to press the button on top of the sword. Pick up an object. Okay, we don't die right away now. Execute command? Yes. The who, the what? I don't know. You are now carrying Edward personal stereo. What? A personal stereo? I thought this was a magic knight. Anyway, we've got the sword. Let's jump, jump, jump. And let's see what. Let's not go near Mr. Troll. I kind of suspect that the sword is not enough for a big old troll man. Let's just can we pick up the axe as well? Pick up an object. There is nothing near enough. We're standing right on top of a giant axe. How is that not near enough? Oh well. Wait, is that the cloud what killed me before? I seem to remember something with lightning and a cloud. Can we pick up the bird? The chicken. Yeah, so we can. Because that cloud seems to be following me. Can we talk? Ah, yeah, I press down again to go down in the menu. Which means we die at 3%. Yeah, I really don't know how to play this game properly, I suppose. We can try, maybe, do it with the keyboard. And see if it's something with the joystick or not. So if I press down. Right, so when I press down with the Mega Drive controller, I die. But when I do it on the keyboard, I don't. But now I can't go left and right. That was N and M, right? Nope, not working. Did the stream die again? Maybe I should put it to a lower bitrate, I'm not sure. Anyway, I think we're going for another game because I just don't know how to play this. But the important thing is, the thing works. Which was the whole object of this game. Or... yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that. Maybe it is some peculiarity when it comes to the Genesis controller. I don't know, but it's just odd when you press it down on the keyboard. It seems to work, but on the keyboard I couldn't move left and right, so there's that as well, I suppose. Something was weird. But that is the experience of the Commodore. I know you shouldn't use a Genesis controller with a Commodore 64. But I have this one, and I just don't like the sounds coming over through the system. Is that so? Does it actually send in more power? Because I did not know that. Although now that you mention it, I think I did see that somewhere. Will you stop that? Now he comes in for the cuddles. So perhaps I should use the joystick then instead, after all, begrudgingly, because I don't want to kill this one. Okay, so we will use the joystick. Yeah, Griso, he's always near me. Believe it or not, but even if I take a shower, he comes into the shower. Not so much that he becomes wet or anything, but he needs to keep tabs on me at all times, apparently. Anyway, we are going to play, what's it called? Monster Munch. What's the Commodore doing now? Probably because it was on turbo mode. But yeah, Monster Munch, which I think is a Pac-Man clone. No, the typing was the joystick has a turbo function, and that was pushed in. Is it? Nope, it's Seb played with it, so of course it's what we want. Let's see. Yeah, this one does too, and if you don't, he'll start scratching at the door, and let's actually get rid of that mess. And yeah, he always needs to keep tabs, and he's not scared of anyone. You know, anyone who comes inside the house, he will be on top of them right away. Okay, so let's start this one. Yeah, Griso is very involved with everything that's going on. That's for sure. He's the new mascot of the channel. Griso was supposed to be a Maine Coon. He's a bit of a well, kind of a failed attempt at one, because he's, for a Maine Coon, he's a bit tiny. But it doesn't matter, because he's awesome. He's lovely. He's very kind. Even if I do nasty crap to him, he don't mind. Never really attack me or anything. And with nasty crap, I mean like from a cat's perspective, you know, forcing down some pills, for example, or holding him for a nice bit of cutting of the nails or the hairs. That's all kind of stuff that cats don't. That cats don't agree with. I'm not sure if this one is going to work. This green screen does not look promising. And I'm sorry, I did not catch the last message, so I actually need to look this one up. What consoles do I own? A lot. Yeah, I really have a lot of consoles. This does not look promising at all, but we'll wait it out. Can I name them? I don't know. Problem is that I can't really reach all of them, because a lot of them are in storage with my parents. This one as well. But yeah, let's see what kind of console. I do have an Atari 2600. I have a 7800. I don't have the 5200. I have a NES, a SNES, a N64, GameCube, and what other consoles do I have? well, some more advanced stuff like the Wii. Although I don't have anything Nintendo related past the Wii, I'm afraid. PlayStation, PlayStation 2, 3, another 4, another 5. Never got to them. What else? I have a GX 4000, if anyone knows what that is. A Commodore, what's it called? The Amiga CD. Yes. What else? Well, of course, CDI. I've got a couple of those, and there is the 3DO, and there is Xbox and Xbox 360. Again, nothing past that. It's still doing something, but I'm not holding my breath. And do I have more? Probably, but you know, it's kind of hard to keep track. And another cool console. Yeah, this the GX 4000. I have GX 4000 comes with what's it called, Burning Rubber. That's the default game, and I do have also. I think I have 2 more games for it, but I'm not entirely sure which ones anymore. But they are near impossible to find here, unfortunately. And yeah, I like some weird console stuff. I also have some oddball handhelds. What's it called? It's not the I don't know the name of that. It's like a knockoff Game Boy, but it had actual game cartridges. Oh, I have the links also. I think I'm going to retry this one because it doesn't seem to work. Let's try it again. Let's give them one more try. Yeah, I think the most games I have for either or PS1 or PS2. No, not the Game Child. It's another game. Game Boy knockoff. And for the life of me, I can't remember the name. And it had 2 versions. It had one version which looks almost identical like a Game Boy almost, and it had one version that almost looks like you could collapse it, the screen, but it can't actually. But it has this rubber thing in the middle, and that's the one I have. Let's give it another go, and another thing we can try is the other side, of course. Yeah, and I also have a lot of those Famicom consoles. I have a bunch of those, which are quite fun to play around with and just, see what kind of silly things they came up with. A lot of those games are hacks, but there is some original stuff somewhere. I actually have a small collection of Famicom games, and it's quite interesting. Well, it's a different color this time around. You get like a Tomb Raider version on the NES, or a Diablo version. It's quite cool. And yeah, the Mister is really awesome. Tried the PlayStation core as well on that, and it's fabulous. It really works really well. And it's just such a convenient way to play your games, and also it easily allows us to play NTSC versions of games because 50 Hz isn't always that great, and you also have a lot of the bars. But sometimes the PAL version is actually superior still, but not always, usually not. I've never played Pepsi Man, but it's a game that that kind of appeals to me, of course, because it's so wacky. I think I'm going to fast forward this tape and we try the backside. But yeah, most games for one singular console I actually own is probably PlayStation 1 or maybe PlayStation 2. I just love those consoles, they're really great. I find I'm not entirely sure how many games I have exactly, but nowhere near that many. It's a decent bunch, but I have no idea. I just don't know. I never really tracked them well. Okay, so let's see. Hey there, sorry, I can't hear the name correctly. I'm getting, for those who are joining me later, I am getting the names and the chat through my ear, but the usernames, they get kind of mangled up. And I'm just not good enough at recognizing them quickly enough. But I can quickly watch, read, play retro. Awesome, thank you. I've never played Beverly Hills Cop for PS2. That is that sounds like a pretty bad tie-in game, but who knows? Oh, it actually found something on the other side, which oftentimes, like, they did put the same game on both sides, but it seems to be running into the same issue here. Unfortunately, we are back to orange, and orange is an awesome color at least. It's on PS2 and Beverly Hills Cop is a synthesizer tune, so kind of surprising that they even went out of the way to make a knockoff tune. But maybe they didn't have the license for that. Like, you have the license for the characters, but not for the music. I don't know how that works, but I love those cheap games, and just to have a laugh with those very poor like renditions of things. It's just you know, it's just hilarious. Let's see if it can pull through. There are some games that just don't bother to have a dedicated loading screen. But as Ed noticed before, this game apparently is from 1984, so you know, it's not too surprising if it is one of the first ones to die. And from what I remember, this is pretty much a Pac-Man clone. So it's not that interesting regardless. Ooh, the worst PS2 game. There's quite a lot of competition for that, isn't it? I'm thinking, what was it? No, I don't remember. Yeah, my memory is kind of crappy regardless. Typically it's doing something. Usually a disc that's blue on PS2 is a bad sign, although not always. I mean, Gradius 5 I think is also a blue disc. But there are some really awful games on there. And I mean, you can easily point to, like, I think it's the Phoenix games, but I don't have any of those. But you know, if you can even call those games, they're just so cheap. It's kind of surprising that somebody actually bothered with those and actually try to use a fairy tale and still manages to mess that up. Yeah, late blues are not good. They are yeah, a bad sign usually. Again, not always, because Gradius 5 was kind of late too, I think. But yeah, in the early times you always had the blue games, of course. And my PS2 actually had a lot of trouble reading those blues eventually. So that's why you actually start looking out for those, because eventually you just didn't load those anymore. But yeah, there were some bad games, but also some really good. I think, like, if I had to choose one console as my favorite, it's probably the PlayStation 1, and that's basically because it's such a nice like middle ground of getting the graphic fidelity up, but still having some excellent 2D games as well. But also the music was still like video gamey, if that makes any sense. Like, it doesn't get over composed as some of the later titles, where it's just like, you know, almost normal music. It's just like in that between of actual game music, like from trackers, and then more of the sampled music, and that was just great. And I am very fond of the graphical style of the PlayStation. I mean, that's really hit and miss for people, but I really prefer the jagged asses over did I say asses? Edges over the muddy N64 graphics, which, you know, is also nice, but it just, I don't know, for me, I prefer the vibrant jagged edges of, hey, it loads, of the PlayStation, and awesome, it works. Let's see if we can actually play now. So far, no good. Let's see. It doesn't say how to start. My top button is probably around some time I put in some cola or something in there. Knowing me. Hey there, free-headed monkey. Actually a name that I catch. Let's change the ports here. Welcome to the stream. Awesome that so many people are actually joining here. It was in the wrong port. This is kind of interesting because usually early games on Commodore worked on port 2. 10 viewers, awesome. Already a milestone. Yeah, this is just Pac-Man. Yeah, I imagine Pac-Man was such a big thing. I don't like Pac-Man much, generally speaking, and that's just a personal thing, because I don't like being chased. It's also why I don't tend to play horror games or anything. Yeah, I think later Commodore 64 games actually got around to that issue, so later games tended to use port 1 more, but also a lot of developers just said, well, like, well, everyone's used to using port 2 now anyway, so we're just gonna stick with it. So normally port 2 is your go-to for your gamepads, or joysticks, I should say. Shouldn't offend the Commodore crowd. There's a question mark there. Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? Let's test it out. I think it's a good thing. I mean, I'm not dead. But yeah, I don't like being chased in any game, so that makes me nervous, especially when I was younger. I was always very nervous. and I just don't like being chased. So you know, don't ask me to ever play like something like Amnesia, because I would just probably end up running like scared. Oh crap. No, chasing the queue is different, you see, because there you are chasing someone. You're not being chased. You only get 1 life? Or did I die already? Please enter your name. I don't want to enter. Can you actually type? Yeah, you can actually type. Normally they do that with the keyboard as well, or the joystick. But how do I actually... Sub. Yeah, the question marks are just a bonus. How do I continue? And saying that, now William Tell is gone. That's not the best rendition. Yeah, I'm pressing fire, but nothing happens. Ah, there we go. I keep pressing the big shift key, I think. Let's try. Ooh, my favorite PS2 game. There's a lot of competition there as well. I always hate these questions, you know, what's your best and worst, because there's just so much choice and that tends to change a lot. But something that comes to mind is like the Dark Cloud games, Dark Chronicle. Ooh, I couldn't get there away in time. And the sequel, yeah, Dark Chronicle is the sequel in Europe, but I think in the States it's actually called Dark Cloud 2. But yeah, that's just a lovely game, and also the first game is just a lot of fun. And what other games? Rogue Galaxy is an amazing RPG. And yeah, let's see, Ico. I really enjoyed Ico. Ah, shouldn't eat the pink ghost. I'm kind of surprised how much this game actually resembles Pac-Man. I mean, like even this dude is it is just like Pac-Man, and the ghosts, you know, it's so similar. Yeah, Rogue Galaxy is a really cool game. I don't think I actually ever completed it fully, because it's also a really big game. Who were the developers for that actually? I know it's the same people behind the Dark Cloud games. Was that level 5? I don't know text, man, but that sounds terrible. At least if the text is with an A. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised how similar this is. Usually they put a bit more effort into actually differentiating themselves from the actual thing. Yeah, level 5. And what was another? Ah, yeah, Ghostbusters for the C64 was also a really cool game. And it got a bit of a bad rap, unfortunately, because of the Angry Video Game Nerd doing a hit piece on the NES version, and then everyone figured, you know, it's crap. But the Commodore 64 version is really cool, actually. Let's have one more go, because I kind of enjoy it now. And I actually got past the first level, which is surprisingly. And I actually also, maybe a bit of a hot take, but I actually kind of enjoyed Metal Gear Solid 2. I didn't mind that they put in Raiden. Yeah, ATVN really didn't do didn't put a lot of positive attention to CDI, to put it lightly. Ah, I thought green was coming up, but no. I don't like how you start right away. Like now, a blue guy was coming over me, so that was good, but I also died because of that one time. And let's go for the pellet. Now I am the eater. There we go. But yeah, AVGN did a nasty hit piece on CDI, giving a lot of negative attention to it, and you know that's kind of a shame because AVGN, I kind of enjoy his videos, or at least I enjoyed it. I have seen much of him lately, to be honest. But you gotta understand that it's kind of satirical and it's all in good fun. And if you see it like that, then it's no problem and it's good fun. But people take it as gospel that if he says it's bad, then it's bad. Yeah, but you know, anyone who plays Hotel Mario should at least like that game, because that game is awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Really appreciate it, and hope you will return sometimes. And next time I will probably try to lower the bitrate a bit. See if that helps. Yeah, it's just a bit of fun, and I really like James's his. Where am I? Where am I? I did the disappearing. Well, there we are. What the heck? Oh boy, yeah. Couldn't make the corner. See, that's what I mean. I don't like that you start right away, because you will... If there's an enemy there, then you die right away. That's a bit of an oversight there. Otherwise, this is a really playable game, and I've seen much worse versions of Pac-Man. But yeah, going back to the Angry Video Game Nerd, love his stuff and his humor. It's just cool stuff. You know what's kind of funny, because ever since James actually did his CDI videos, crap, the prices of games just shot through the roof, and especially the Nintendo licensed ones, they just got so ridiculously expensive. Especially Zelda's Adventures, where I was like, why would you even pay 30 bucks for it, let alone 300? It's mad. Anyway, yeah, Monster Munch, pretty good little Pac-Man clone there. Grizo, cats don't lay like that. Look at you. It's, all right. This is Dizzy. I'm going to piss off a lot of Brits because I don't like Dizzy much. This one is actually around. I just, again, this is a adventure game, and I was just a bit too young to really get them. I mean, I see how they are very cool adventure games for the time, but I just never got into them. I was a stupid kid who liked to shoot stuff and possibly jump across something. But yeah, I never got into them. They are very obtuse in how to actually get through them. And as such, I haven't played this game in probably 25 years or possibly longer. So don't expect much of this. Yeah, everyone is very into the Dizzy in the egg. I am not. This is not the first game. I like my fried eggs too. Should we read the back side? I suppose we could, you know, we're loading here anyway. If it's actually loading, because so far it's not really doing a whole lot. No, it's not working. Let's try that again. Would of course be quite fitting that the one game that I don't really care for much is actually not working anymore. Let's try it again and see what happens. You are such a lazy cat. I don't know, the game just says, it just says Dizzy. And I'm not too familiar with the whole series, but it says new release, so maybe it's just a re-release. Dizzy, now it found it. Now it works. Okay, so that's great. I mean, damn it, now it works. Anyway, let's see. And yeah, I am sorry. I know this for those who are tuning in later. I know this looks goofy, but you know, this is how I had to read. So it is what it is. And I'm nervous enough as it is. Let's see. You get dizzy playing this action-packed cartoon adventure as you somersault around fantastic mystical kingdom. Collect the ingredients for a magic potion to kill the evil wizard, Zax. A brilliant game by brilliant programmers. Way to be humble, guys. For brilliant game players. Well, thank you very much. The Hugo games. I think I have one of the Hugo games for PS1 or PS2, and it's not very good. But it's probably a later game, because there's also Hugo games for the micros, and I have none of those, I think. Let's put this back in the case, and because of course I don't know and I don't really care to learn how to play. I will never have enough patience for Dizzy. It's too obtuse. Yeah, the Commodore 64 loading screens, they are quite the light show, aren't they? I have it on full screen even here, so it's quite lovely. Most micros have that, but especially the Commodore 64 tended to make it really colorful. And unfortunately, as brilliant as the twin brothers, Oliver twin brothers, that's the name. As brilliant as they were, they didn't bother to put in a little sit tune into the loader. That's unfortunate. I think they still have a active YouTube channel, don't they, where they talk about their older games and also making some new games. I think I saw some bits of them coming by. By the way, if you actually want to learn some actual facts about the micros, then I can highly recommend you check out the videos from Kim Justice, who makes really cool in-depth videos of the different software houses that developed for the different micros, and yeah, love her stuff. She really makes really amazing, very in-depth videos going over all of the games. And introducing me to a lot of things that I've missed. Yeah, usually the screens. I mean, I remember being so afraid back in the 80s when you loaded your game and you bumped the desk and then it would just stop. And like, ah, crap. And then you had to load it again. And as you can see, these loading times, they take so long. I heard something and the screen went a bit weird, so I'm not sure if this is actually going to work. But we'll see. I mean, this is just a fun experience, isn't it? Like the whole loading thing, it's part of the experience back in the 80s in playing your games. I think in America you guys had more discs, but here in Europe, like the tapes were the way to go, and they were also easier to copy over. Yeah, I think this one is getting stuck. How unfortunate. We're giving it one more moment, and then we can try again the other side, because I do want to see if it actually works, because, you know, that's the whole point of this whole stream, to see if these games work. I think there's also like what are they called? Action replays, that's the word I was looking for the Commodore 64 for cheat codes, which basically uses spokes, which is something that I really don't know much about because I never use those. I'm really an end user. This is not going to work. We are going to try the other side, I suppose. You're bad luck, Cat. You're bad luck. But yeah, there were ways to use cheats on the Commodore, and but yeah, the only thing that I have, well, I did have a turbo loader. I wanted to use my keyboard. Yeah, maybe too much cat hair in the tape. I did have a turbo loader, but I don't know. I think my parents just didn't really were kind of ignorant about pirating, so that we didn't have many pirated tapes. And the one turbo tape I have has a lot of games on it, but it was so unreliable. So yeah, this tape also has the game on the back side, on the B side. So let's see if this one will do better. So far so good. Here we go again. Wow, okay, now it's already looking different. That red bar, it's not a good sign. Any hiccup in the loading is a poor sign, but who knows. Did this crash again? I guess I should really lower the bitrate of the stream, I suppose. Cat, you are such a lazy one. It's quite interesting how Grizo became, because when I got him as a kitten, he was such a shy little kitten. This looks promising. As soon as you got your hand near him, he was gone. So that he was doing that, you can do this with him, is just amazing. By the way, don't do this with any random cat, unless you like tattoos. Then you can do that. But this cat is too lazy to scratch you, so that's good. Yeah, this is Dizzy. I don't like Dizzy, but you know, I have the tape, so we need to test it out. So and with that, the viewer count went from 10 to 1. Is there any adventure games I actually enjoyed on the C64? I don't think there was any. I mean, I was just too young for that stuff. Like the first RPG I really got into was Final Fantasy VII, and even that one, when I got it, oh no, more people don't like Dizzy, I guess. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII was the first RPG I actually played, or bigger adventure game. No, adventure games should also see point-and-click adventure games, shouldn't you? So, actual adventure game, first one I really enjoyed, I guess, was the Indiana Jones one from LucasArts, The Fate of Atlantis. That was an awesome game. But yeah, before that, not so many, because well, there was a language barrier, because I'm Dutch, so English it can be a bit of a problem when you're still young, and just reading in general is just a pain in the ass for me. So if there's no voice acting, it's a bit harder for me. Not impossible, but gaming should be fun, not be much effort. Yeah, I think I'm talking about that one, and it's called Fate of Atlantis. I thought, I'm not entirely sure, but it's very much like Monkey Island. There's also Lost Crusade. I don't know. I never played that one, I suppose. Only Fate of Atlantis, and that one was great, just fun. LucasArts had a lot of fun adventure games. And Sierra too, of course, but yeah, especially those earlier ones. I can't get back to those, like King's Quest. Was that an action game? Am I getting them totally mixed up? There was also a Indiana Jones games for N64, wasn't there? Ah, okay. Yeah, those earlier text prompt games, they I didn't do well with those, so I have very little experience with those, and I find it really hard to get back to those. So it's awesome that some of those games get yeah, Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machines, that's the N64 64 ones. Yeah, CDI streams, I do plan to do those as well. I mean, got those things here anyway. So might as well play some CDI sometimes on the stream and have some fun with that, because there's some titles that are just no good to make a full video on, but might still be interesting to show off. Anyway, let's play us some Dizzy and see how terrible we do. And I don't know where to go anymore. Yeah, we can jump. Yeah, I do remember that. Oh my good. Oh my goodness, work. Well, we all have to work sometimes, and yeah, it's in the evening here. I can pick that up, right? And thank you very much for joining the stream. Really appreciate it, and hope to see you sometime next time. And good luck at work. Let's see. Let's go over here. What did I actually pick up? I don't know. And now I let it go. I seem to remember that this collapses. Let's see. There's a C64 version of Mega Man. I seem to remember that this actually collapses. Let's see. Or I could just jump over it. Or am I imagining things? I don't. Oh yeah, you can only keep one item, can't you? Oh boy. No! Well, that broke the egg. But we got more. But yeah, I do want to try and perhaps maybe on stream go over some no, I do it again. Oh, wait. He rolled over. Some Mega Man games, because I actually have little experience with the Mega Man games. Not no experience. I mainly have played Mega Man 2, which my cousin owned, and I owned Mega Man 4, and both of those are really good. So those are the only ones that I actually kinda know. But I ain't great at either, and it's just like, you know, a game series I want to get into at some point and just try to beat. Same for perhaps the Castlevania games, for example. I never really got too far into those. And there's so many interesting Castlevania games. The only one I really played was... Can't I go up there? Was the Symphony of the Night. Okay. Yeah, the front flip is really messing me up. Okay, so let's go over here. I've played some Castlevania games briefly. Problematically enough, I remember me and my cousin, stupidly enough, borrowed, or not borrowed, what did you call it? Rented Simon's Quest, which was a poor decision that day. Let's just because we were kids, we had no clue what to do in the game. You know, even if we could read properly, we still wouldn't have known where to actually go. So yeah, that wasn't the best rental ever. I could probably enjoy the game more now that I can have a bit more patience with that. I mean, it's not... You can go through the wall. Okay. That's a collectible. Can you go down here? Do those stalactites kill me? We can't go through here. All the Brits are really yelling at me now, right? Like, you don't even know how to get to the start of the game, Seb? Ah, stupid bat thing. But also something that I have a lot of trouble with the Castlevania games is the jumping. It's so unwieldy. With the earlier Castlevania games. I mean, I loaded it up sometime in an emulator, but I have never really sat down to play through it. Yeah, I am not good at Dizzy, and I know it has a lot of fans, but I'm going for the next game. We know it works now, and that's all that we need to know. Wow, that was already at the end. Cool. Ghosts and Goblins. Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah, I'm also always getting those names mixed up. I know exactly what you mean. I have played those. I never beat them, of course, because they're way too hard. But the Commodore 64 version has such an amazing soundtrack. I do have that game, so we come across it eventually. Not this time because it's not in this spell. But yeah, that soundtrack is really amazing. Anyway, we're playing. What the heck is this? Codebreaker? No, Code Hunter. I don't know what this game is. It's from Firebird. Is the case. Oh. Let's rewind it. Where is it rewound? This is the problem with headphones, you know, you can't hear. Ah, it was rewound. And let's press play on the tape. And I see that I forget to actually advance the slideshow. Now I'm probably too far, but oh well. So what is this game about? I don't know. It's like a sort of mastermind game. I don't recognize it at all. Well, I recognize the case, but not. I don't know what kind of game it was. Gargo's Quest. I've never played, but I heard some good things about it. It's the one where you play as Firebrand, right? And that SNES game, that looks really cool. Demon's Crest it's called, I think. Anyway, what is this game about? Let's see, what do we got? Confused, vexed and frustrated? No, you will be. Oh dear. And then there is some more languages, which I will not butcher. The game. Earth is in direct conflict with a fully automated battlestar of unknown alien origin, orbiting 20,000 kilometers beyond the Earth's outer atmosphere, intent on destroying all organic life on the planet. The battlestar's aggressive firepower has outmatched Earth's pitiful defense system, like clubs against guns. The only way the human race is going to survive is to deploy a code hunter intruder droid into the heart of the battlestar. Okay. The battlestar's computer complex and decipher the codes that will deactivate the battlestar's defenses. Once these codes have been transmitted back to Earth, the battlestar can be disarmed and destroyed by Starfighter Command. That sounds like a really backward way of thinking. Can't you just send out a missile? I mean, wouldn't missiles be lower tech than this sophisticated code thingy? Oh well. Loading, you know. This is probably useful to read how to actually play. The computer networks are Bomberman in space. I like Bomberman. But floating bombs sounds like a terrible idea. Playing the game. The computer networks are constructed of a series of cubic nodules. Probably a typo there, where it should be modules, I suppose. Is nodules a word? Some of them bear signs indicating a specific function which will affect your movement or status when you land on them. They are as follows. H teleports you back to your start position. Off teleports you to on nodule. Nodule is a word, so I guess. On, this does not affect you. I've already lost the plot. E, minus E decreases your energy, plus E increases your energy. Arrow to the right moves you one nodule to the right and to the left. Yeah, okay. Make you aware you're in the alien computer network placing bombs on the nodules in the alien guard's path. When an alien collides with the bomb, it is destroyed, leaving behind its coded data device. Once the device stops spinning, collect by moving onto its nodule. That sounds kind of nasty. But yeah, then let's try it out. See how far we get. Probably not far, because we all know how this goes. Again, port 1, huh? So... Alright. Okay, so minus E, I don't want to go down. Let's go up. Can I press... Okay. And now I wait. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for joining in, and I hope to have it not cut out the next time. Probably have to just decrease the bitrate a bit, because I don't know what else. Okay, come here, buddies. Come here. You wanna come? Yeah, there. And you have to wait until it stops spinning, and then you can collect it. Can you actually blow yourself up, which is usually the thing I do with Bomberman? No, you can't. That's good to... Okay, so clicking again will collect it again. He will... Okay, this first one will come up here, right? Yeah, there we... Oh, and I should wait. Okay, I got it now. I understand now what to do, I think. Come here, Bayu. Come here. Now we got it. So we just bait them out, we wait, and then we collect it. Yeah, I'm not sure what's causing the cutout. But you know, it's probably something at my end because it's... Go away! It's probably something at my end because everyone is keep happening to everyone. So it's probably just that I set the bitrate too high. I think YouTube... I was still thinking! Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah! Oh my goodness, you have to be really fast. Okay, I go there, then I go there. And I still die. Oh my goodness, you gotta be so fast. Yeah, but YouTube recommends like 6 to 9,000 kilobits. So I think, you know, I have 20 mbits, so 8 should be possible. I mean, I'm not playing any online games here, but apparently that's a bit too high. So next time we'll just try, I guess, 7 or maybe 6. You know, see how that goes. So this guy should come up to, yeah, there we go. Yes, so I'm not really sure what's up. But yeah, next time I will just try the having a bit less bitrate and we should be fine. Yeah, this is really hard for the second level already. How do I get up again? How do you get up? Because everything where you go through is killing you. Oops. Oh boy, yeah, I'm dead. This is kind of an interesting game, not gonna lie. Kinda like it, but my goodness, it's hard. I kinda like it because it's well, that's good to know, but I will try 6 mbits next time, see how that goes. I thought, I read somewhere that for YouTube it doesn't really matter how high you set it. Well, it does matter, it can't be too high, I suppose, if it can't handle your upstream. But I thought it said somewhere like if someone is below it, it will adjust it for the viewer. Unlike Twitch, where you have to be more precise in your bit rates. But again, I'm very new to this, so you know, it's a learning experience. So next time we will just put it to 6. Yeah, I kind of like the concept of this game because it's kind of like a platformer, but it also is kind of a puzzle game in one. I think what I am actually going to do is... No, not that. There we go. But how? I don't know how to get up again, because what can you... Wait. Nope. Because as soon as I go up here... Wait, you can go through there. Okay. Okay, so we go here. And collect this dude. And now, how does his pattern go? Ah, crap, just not fast enough. Okay, we got it. We got it now. Yeah, I kind of dig this puzzle kind of mechanic, you know? And it's also an action game. Both in one. But you have to kind of plot your course as well. So it's kind of neat. I like it. Let's see, this guy goes up here, so we can kill him. This level seems a bit easier than the previous one. Because there's no like enemy that'll kill you right away. Like so. This is so much easier. Cool. Okay. Okay, this guy is coming through me. And we start all over again. I thought I had another life. Well, let's give it one more try. I don't remember this game at all, but you know, it's kind of funny. This might be a game that I also just didn't pay much attention of, like getting stuck too soon, because you know this requires thinking, and little Seb didn't do a lot of thinking. Yeah, the stream so far has been a lot of fun. Was kind of nervous about it. Well, still kind of am, but you know, you just go with the flow and you just see what happens. You know, you just fake it till you make it, don't you? Oh crap. But yeah, it's fun experience so far. Yeah, it's probably never going to fully go. Oh. Alright. There we go. Okay, so let's go over here again. This level's easy. I don't know why they didn't make this the first level. I mean, 2 hours already. Wow, time flies when we're having fun, don't we? We have a few more games. How many more do I have here? If I can even find them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should we do all 4, or should we perhaps save some for some other time? Oh crap. Don't multitask, Seb. You're not good at that. And you know, it's good either way, because well, I've got more than 4 other games, to put it lightly. Okay, so this guy is going here. We can get rid of him here. So whatever we can't go through now, we will go. Okay, I was out of energy there. And we're done. I think we've seen enough of this. Really cool game. I like this one. It's nice. And I don't remember it at all. But it's something that seems I would have liked back then too. But I just totally forgot about it. Yeah, I don't know about much about the differences on Twitch or YouTube. I don't have a Twitch account. I never really go there, so I don't really know anything about it. But some people seem to prefer Twitch still, so I'm kind of dabbling with the idea of maybe making a multi-stream. I mean, I think it's not that hard to do. And we could try that sometime, you know, multi-stream. Also put it on Twitch and see how that works. But then, you know, maybe it'll become a bit too hectic with the whole chat thing mixing up. This is an awesome game. Rival Raids. And that's also, of course, true. Like, it really depends on the audience and the people. But yeah, River Raid, awesome game. At least the original. And I seem to remember that this was one of the games my mother was really fond of. And I think it's just a decent port of the arcade classic. And you know, River Raid is just a fun game. Yeah, I did hear about that that you get some monetization issues when you multi-stream, but I don't really care about monetization anyway, so I should be fine in that regard. Wow, that's really tiny font, even when zoomed in. A mission to test both your skill and your trigger finger. Using... Oh wait, now... This again... No, yeah, if there's any monetization to be done, it's probably only through YouTube, but honestly, should be fun mostly, and I don't really like the idea of, you know, as soon as people are starting to throw money at you, they also think they have this, you know, like you owe them something, which I don't like the idea of that. This is just to be fun, and I want to keep it open for everyone. I don't like the idea, for example, when people are reading only super chats, for example. I don't like that. Like everyone who watches this, it's just awesome that people even tune in. So I don't want any division in that regard, like for members or super chats or whatever the heck they have on over on Twitch. Let's see. You are a fighter pilot with an important but deadly mission. You must destroy a number of vital enemy bridges links that are well defended by helicopter gun ships, deadly land tanks, ships, and observation balloons. Ooh, yeah, they are dangerous observation balloons. You must fly down the river valley and destroy the bridges at every opportunity. All right. Yeah, I'm not against monetization, but it's just such a delicate act to do that and still keep the connection to everyone, especially if you happen to grow larger. Which it becomes harder and harder, you know, to actually keep everyone on the same level. Wow, 7 years. That's wow. I thought I was late with 2 years, or was it actually 3 years? So yeah, I'm not against monetization. My channel was monetized for a while, but because I was so inactive, I dropped out of the partner program on YouTube, which, you know, should be easy to get back into if we want to. I was actually one of the first Dutch gaming channels, I think, that got invited. It was kind of crazy. Was back in 2009, I think, and YouTube actually called me up, like some Dutch dude in the island offices. Anyway, let's yeah, this is going back to port 2, which isn't surprisingly. Yeah, YouTube, if you want to do well on YouTube, it's a hard game to pull. It's such competitive thing. Like back then, it was much easier to just get a channel rolling, and it's kind of, I was very lucky because I was so early that, you know, I have a lot of leftover viewers from that time. But if I were to start over, I would have a lot of trouble getting people to watch my stuff as well, because, well, I also, you know, it is really hard to compete with the best of them. Although, you know, the best of them, they just get picked up by some popular streamer or or you know, PewDiePie or something, and you know, that's how you get popular nowadays. You get to be shouted out. By just delivering quality stuff, it's not enough anymore. And that the thing that indeed blew my channel up the most is probably that small competition from the Zancxion back in the day, which was really awesome of him, and I really owe him so much for that, because that was really what got my channel going. It's like you need each other, so that's also always why I really enjoy hearing from others, like what popular channels they have, and you know, just learn about the small guys. I must say though, I'm not sure what YouTube changed in their algorithm, but I have seen now a couple of times where I literally got suggested a video from channels which had, oh crap, under 100 subscribers, which I actually, which were some of the collector crowd that I actually prefer. I mean, not all of them, but some of them I actually subscribed to, which was purely through suggestion of YouTube, which is quite surprising. So maybe that's a good sign that that happens to be more often. And all of those videos, by the way, so if anyone's trying, were about the person celebrating a certain milestone. So like literally like a video, I don't know the names now of the channels, but literally like celebrating their first 50 subscribers, for example. And for some reason that got suggested to me, which is really cool. Or maybe I just like celebration videos, maybe that's the thing. But yeah, I didn't have that for a long while, and that's only like in the past, I don't know, 3 months or so that those kind of suggestions seem to have popped up. So I hope to see more of that. You know, where YouTube is actually highlighting some new upcoming channels. That'd be cool. I know I was better at this game at some point. Don't shoot the fool. Oh man, that Frogger video, that was just that Frogger video was yeah, it was fun to make, and it was totally ridiculous, and that tends to be the best videos, isn't it? Let's so crap, flew right into the side. Yeah, I love making those silly videos, and I still kind of do, but yeah, it's been a bit hard for me to get a lot of creative juices flowing, and just to give you an idea, tomorrow I'll be pretty much dead, which is okay. I mean, I don't mind it, especially after a fun evening like this. But yeah, that's why I can't do streaming each day, that is for sure. Even if I just put it down to 2 hours or something. I'm basically did that tank shoot at me? Yeah, that's what they do, don't they? I'm basically way going past my comfort zone each time I pull this kind of long hours off. But you know, it's okay. It's in my comfort zone to just say, like, sometimes I enjoy going out of my comfort zone and just go at it. And I cheat a bit, but you know, that's for another time. Yeah, I probably should eventually come down with the time planning, but SAP and planning, they are terrible things. They don't really coexist, I think. I'm such a chaotic person. Don't have any pattern, don't have a sleeping pattern, which my circadian rhythm is kind of out of whack anyway, which is something that's quite common with people with poor sight. And that didn't hit me, did it? Man, I do like this game, and this feels really good with a joystick. Like it's the perfect movement speed for this kind of game, you know. So that's really cool. And yeah, this is just such an easy, simplistic. Well, it's not easy, but a simplistic game. Again, that didn't hit me. Maybe it did. I mean, the game should know best. It makes the rules. I remember getting quite far in this game, but yeah, those days have gone far by, I'm afraid. Perhaps with some more practice. There we go. I think if you shoot the bridge with the tank on top of it, it actually is extra points. Because it was all about the points. The dreaded observation balloons. Be careful. No. Oh crap. Let's speed by there. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Nothing actually shoots at you, so I guess the observation balloons are actually more dangerous. Man, it's been so long since I played this game. It's really cool to have it again. And I must admit, like, playing with the joystick actually... Wow, okay, maybe I should have been dead there. With the joystick actually feels better, because it feels more authentic. I need fuel. But do let me know, like, the clickety clicks, is it annoying? I don't know, I did read the back there, but who are we fighting against again? I forgot already. Can you imagine that? I just read it. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh. Wow. Yeah, it's getting a bit harder now. We're getting... Okay. It's not annoying, that's good to know, because it does feel so much better. Okay. Yeah, awesome game. I think we're going to move on to the next one. Because, you know, it's kind of simplistic and it works flawlessly. It is one of those games that resets back into the game. So you have to power off and power up again. Cool game. I like it. I have, let's see, I have 3 more games. And then what time is it now? Because we are already 3 hours in, so it is getting quite late. Tell you what, let's do one more actually, and then I will actually call it quits, because I know... Because it'll become a bit too late for me as well. Not that I really care about sleeping, but I prefer to only be dead for 1 day and not 2. Rollin, which is I'm pretty sure this was a game I actually enjoyed. And it's a port of another arcade game, and for the life of me, I can't remember now the name of it. Paint Roller, is that the name? I don't remember. But it's very much like that, where you have to paint the things. It's from the same company that did the... I guess they did a lot of arcade ports. Atlantis, yeah. We also had the Pac-Man clone, and now we have a roll-in. If it actually works. This is not looking good so far. "16 screens of arcade action for 1 or 2 players. Each screen gets progressively harder, but completing it gives you the chance of a surprise bonus score. High score capped." Wait, what? How can it keep your high score? That probably during the one game session that you have, because the Commodore 64 it can't remember stuff. Unless you can save it on the tape, but that sounds very unlikely. This doesn't look promising, but then again, the other game, Monster Munch, also kind of did this, so we're gonna keep it going for now. Yeah, sure thing, Ben. See you in a bit. Loading. We know how to load because it's already busy. Controls. F1. One player. Joystick in port 1. Ah, crap. F3. Two players. Joystick in port 1. F5. Two players. Joystick in ports 1 and 2. Wait, can you play simultaneously? It's probably hot seat. F7. Music on and off. Fire button. Emergency escape if trapped. What? It's probably like a panic button in the game itself. Game. Paint all the squares to complete a screen. Avoid the bugs until your roller turns white and roll them for extra points. If you get trapped, use your fire button for an emergency escape, but use it sparingly as you only get 3 chances for each screen or life. At the end of each screen there is a chance to earn a high bonus. 16 screens of increasing difficulty. Okay. This program and artwork are the copyright of Atlantis Software Limited. Copying, hiring. You can't hire a game. Lending or public performance is prohibited. Okay, no one heard that. Can you imagine, like, what were they aiming for? How do you hire a game? Kind of weird wording, or is that an English thing? I don't remember the name of that arcade game. What was it based on? And basically it's another kind of version of Pac-Man as well, you know. Where you can, instead of the pellets, you have to just paint the whole things. Really? Is that okay? I did not know that word could mean that as well. Yeah, that's the only like hiring someone. That's the only definition I know. But again, I'm not English. Which you know, can oftentimes to lead to some funny moments where Dutch and English intermingle. Where was I going? Oh yeah, I was. You know what? I don't care. We're going to play the game anyway. English and Dutch are, it's quite interesting. English and Dutch are really close to each other, like grammatically speaking. I think the only language in between is supposed to be Frisian, like that one province. I thought he was stopping the tape. That one province of the Netherlands that decides, like, nah, we're going to keep our own language. And it's quite interesting to see how much similarities there are between the languages. Like oftentimes people think German and Dutch are closer, but it's only closer in the sound, but not in actually grammar. But yeah, I tend to do some language tasks now and then as well, and the things you pick up then, like words in the Dutch language that you never knew existed. Which nowadays are also a lot of English words, like when Dutch people start to use English words, and eventually it just gets added to the dictionary. Like, that's Dutch now. Okay, sure. Kind of annoying, I guess, for linguists, but it is what it is. Is this going to work, or do we have to go to side B once more? Yeah, some of these tapes, yeah. Although, I mean, these things are like, what, 30 years old? So it's still kind of surprising that some even work at all. But if this one is going to work, I am doubtful. This cat, I tell you. Don't tell me every stream has one of these. Yeah, 40 years even, yeah. Does this game say when it was released? But yeah, the Commodore itself came out in 82, so, you know, it's 40 years for sure. Although this version of the Commodore 64 I think came out in 86, which, you know, still not young. I mean, well, kind of young. I mean, it's younger than me, annoyingly. No, it doesn't say. Oh well, probably an early one as well, because it's just such a blatant early arcade port. And one-screen games were the easier ones to make, of course, on any system. But you know, also on. That's why, like, the first couple of games we played were like these these games who did have multiple concepts, like multiple kind of levels where the gameplay switches around. Those tend to be a bit later in the lifespan of the Commodore, and the first bits were more of these, you know, simpler games. And that's basically for every system. Like the NES, like the first games were also these single screen games, which could still be very enjoyable. I mean, there's nothing, unfortunately, because it's being stuck on this green screen for a while now. Yes, I have the RoboCop C64 game, and I think it's in one of those collection packs I have. I think it's in a movie pack with RoboCop, and oh my goodness, this is a long time ago. It also had Indiana Jones, and what else did it have? I think it had 4 games, and all of them were based on movies. It had RoboCop, Indiana Jones. Well, we'll find out eventually. But yeah, I do have RoboCop. I never beat it, but even if I was good enough, you can never beat it, because I think there's a bug in the Commodore 64 version where you literally can't beat the game. So I think one level gives you just too little time to actually finish it. I don't know exactly how that went. I think it was a time limit that is just too strict that you can never beat it. Oh, it does work. Wow, this is really unconventional to have such a long loading time and no loader at all. Good thing we tried it out. Yeah, nice little. A lot of games use like public domain music. What's this? Amazing Grace? I think. I don't know. Joystick port 1. I think I am in port 2 now, right? Yeah. This is also... I used to have like 2 joysticks. I would just put them in both. So, you know, if one doesn't work... Oh, to Joy, that's the one. Yeah. From Beethoven. From Beethoven, not Die Hard. Anyway, let's... I did put it in, right? Was it in Die Hard? I don't know. One of the better Christmas movies. Let's try the other one again, because apparently... Oh, wait. I'm stupid. It was F1. There we go. I think, if I remember right, if you do the corners... Whoa, this is a bit unwieldy. It goes a bit too fast. Okay. Let's get serious here. I think if you collect the corners, you can actually... Whoops. Nope. Oh my goodness, yeah, Clockwork Orange. That is a both a great movie and a bit of a disturbing movie at the same time. But yeah, one of the real classics. Yeah, Note to Joy is actually a piece that I can kind of play on the piano, which is surprising because I'm not that great. I still try to learn the piano. It's not going fast. My crap. Let's go. Now I can eat them, right? Because now we're white, yeah. What makes you white? Yeah, a lot of Commodore 64 games just use public domain music, which tends to be a lot of classical stuff. Which, nothing wrong with that, you know. This is also classical. No. I want to go to the parts that I didn't clear yet. Because we want to see the bonus. But yeah, no, that was the easiest way, you know, why make your own stuff if you can just nick it from someone else without them getting angry. Yeah, I should. Should have worded that better, shouldn't I? Oh well, that's in there forever now. Oh boy. Yeah, I have an awesome teacher for piano lessons, and he's awesome because he has so much patience. Because every week he has about to repeat half the stuff he taught me the last week. Gyrus, also such an awesome game in general, and it is indeed awesome music. Toccata and Fugue it has, I think. Which is a pretty cool... Yeah, I do have that invulnerability button as well. Which is also an awesome piece. You know, would be cool to play that at some point in about 50 years or something. This game actually has quite a lot of different tracks. Okay. Oh, so okay. So I was right. The corners do make you invincible. The white eating guy. But you need to have them all 4 colored in, and once you do that, you can go on a munching spree. Okay. Let's okay. Return is reset. Okay, interesting. Let's have one more go before we call it quits here. We still haven't found the bonus game, and at this rate, we will never will. That's unfortunate. I did meant to do this I remember doing this, and I think the bonus game is like one of those where you choose like a lane, and then it will drop down like a coin normally, and you know, you have to get lucky. I think that's the bonus game. So, you know, even if we don't reach it, now I spoiled it. I wanted to go to the left. It's a bit too fast for me. Okay, let's see if we can actually manage to do this. No, I can't. Get in there! Okay, let's get our power on. There we go. White power. Yeah. Don't clip that. No. It's gonna be a disaster. My streaming career is already over before I even started. Okay, here we go. But yeah, it's the manual. The manual did it. The manual said it. There we go. Bonus? Yeah, see, you just... Oh, you don't actually get to choose? Oh wait, you have to click and then you let go, so you have to... See, I did it! Well, I didn't, but... Oh, I remember this. This is the gluey one. Yeah. This is terrible. This is terrible. Like, you can only make a block from the starting block. So you have to be very precise here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is so difficult. Yeah, but yeah, we saw the bonus game. That was what we were going for. Seb did it, I think. That's an A. There we go. Because it keeps the high score, don't you know? It says so in the manual. Yeah, it won't keep the high score. It can't. But yeah. Yeah, unfortunately it does have a, I guess. Anyway, I think, unless you guys say no, one more, do one more. But yeah, I think I actually want to keep the rest for, there is only 2 more. I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to see more, or do you say, nah, it's okay? Because I am getting a bit tired, I must admit. Let's be kind and rewind. One more game. Oh no, is it another adventure game? Oh crap. Or should we, because I know what is the last game, should we put that one in and end it with the best sit tune ever? Because the Zancxion game actually has such an amazing sit tune. Well, that's the problem with me. Once I do start something, I just easily go over my borders, and basically I've already gone over my did a bit too much, but that's okay. So yeah, let's. But then I have only one left. That's a bit of a shame too, you know. Well, now we do Vampire next time, along with some other games. And now we are going to do Zancxion. No, not Zancxion. Always Zancxion. And Zancxion is a game I don't really remember much of, but it has, the loader is just legendary. If you don't know it, you might have heard it in a best of, because it's such an amazing sit tune. So, well, let's have a go. How do you actually play this? I think this is also kind of a shoot 'em up. but it is a weird kind of shoot 'em up where you have different planes to keep track of, so it's really difficult. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? The classic Tamilus release by Stravus Vasulas? Oh boy, butchered another name. A Zap Sizzler, winner of the No, I just want to know about the game, not how good it is. Oh, the music is going to start real fast, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to let you listen to this because it's such an amazing tune. And I am actually going to grab myself a glass of water. Be right back. There we are. This is really such a legendary little sit tune here. Awesome stuff. Especially those, you know, those tonal shifts. It's not like something you can easily do with the sit chip. I mean, you can do it, but it's not like back in the day. We didn't have like these trackers where you just could drag around. Yeah, this. I think a lot of pirating groups still use this to this day. Although remixes, you know. So yeah, you often hear this in top 10 music from the Commodore 64 because yeah, it's awesome. Another really cool sit tune I know is Monty on the Run. Such an amazing tune. Deflector is also really good. The sit chip is something else, man. And even the not so good, like top stuff, is still great. Yeah, Rob Hubbard. He made a lot of cool tunes. We also had our Dutch talent Jeroen Tel. Also did some amazing stuff. He actually managed to put in some sampling back in the day. I mean, now it's more common with the demo scene. But in Turbo Outrun there is actually some sampling, sampled speech. It's kinda cool. Game itself is terrible. But the music is awesome. And sometimes you'd just be loading some C64 games for the music, you know. Games might be crap, but the music's cool. I mean, plenty of people had mixtapes of just Commodore music. Yeah, it's I don't know the strip poker game. I don't have that one. There were some loot games on the C64, let me tell you. And then you've got this, which is, let me think. Dance of the Night? Is that this song, Dance of the Night? From, I think it's a Russian dude. I don't know me. Anyway, let's see if I can make a disaster of this. Is it? Yeah, Grizo, you put the mouse on my screen. Okay, so yeah, I think this is also a classical tune from what's his name now? I don't know. It was a Russian dude. Yeah, that's the one. Prokofiev. So we're right. Let me get my bearing here. Okay. So on the bottom we can control the height, and on the top I don't have a clue. Oh, whoa. Let's not speed up. Yeah, let's not speed up. So yeah, you got two planes, but the top screen doesn't seem to do too much. Oh crap. Oh boy, this is going to take a while. I put my name into as nothing. I'm a nothing. The game says so. Oh well, I told the game so, let's be honest. Oh my goodness, it's really hard. Alan Sugar. No, it's just Seb, and you know, you don't give a flying license to Seb. Oh boy. Yeah, like I need more speed. They'll just get me into trouble faster. But you know, might be a good idea actually. Maybe you're onto something. I can speed past these like so. Whoa, that is really fast. Okay, I thought it was a power-up. I mean, it's round and, you know, you figured can collect something. Get out of here. Okay, let's try this again. I'm not really sure what the bearing at the top is really for. Because, you know, it seems to be mostly played on the downplane. Maybe it's for later. Okay, let's, like, whoa, you can really fly fast, man. Oh, crap. And this game is like this, where you just go, you know, then you go to Sonic, the first Sonic game on the Genesis, and you're like, or the Mega Drive in Europe, and then you're like, it's not, why is Sonic known to be so fast? He doesn't go that fast. Of course, we didn't know better. About the Paul curse. But yeah, this was already going fast, you know. And then when was Sonic 1 released? I don't remember. 88? Yeah, same here. That late? 1991. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's of course a 16-bit system. Ooh. But yeah, I like the first Sonic game, but I never really got the marketing of being so fast, because it just isn't in Europe. It's a very slow game, and the music is butchered, but you know, we didn't notice that. But with Commodore, oftentimes it was the reverse, where we actually got the better deal. Yeah, the music in Sonic 1 is just... But again, we didn't really notice that. Music sounded fine back in the day. Didn't mind it at all. It's just that now you know how it's supposed to sound, that you can't really go back to the original. But back then, you know, you didn't know better. It was good. I just never understood the marketing of Sonic being so fast and this whole blast processing. Even though you know, the first Super Mario Brothers moved faster in Europe. It seems like such a weird thing. And of course you had these Commodore games. And another game that went really fast and kind of against Sonic was Jazz Jack Rabbit. If you have Jazz Jack Rabbit on the PC, that was a really fast-paced game as well, if you wanted it to be. I don't recommend you playing it as very fast, because you get mauled. This is a really fun game as well. And if you want a fast Mega Drive game, what's it called? The Wiz? Something with Wiz. This is like these two wizards. Like a male and a female, and I don't remember now what the name actually was. Oh boy. Are those green things power up? No, probably not. But yeah, that game can move really fast on the Mega Drive. Wiz and Liz, yes, thank you man, that's the name. Wiz and Liz. Really interesting game. I think it might be a port of an Amiga game, I don't know. But it moves really fast. Whoa. And sometimes the reverse is actually possible. Like, for example, load into your emulator Dragon's Lair. I know that one for sure. Dragon's Lair on the NES. Load it on the NTSC and on the PAL version. And see the difference. The PAL version is much faster. The game Wiz and Liz on the Mega Drive I'm thinking of is kind of a... It's a very weird game. It is kind of a platformer, but you have to collect stuff and... Yeah, I wouldn't say that is a puzzle game, but maybe there is another puzzle game by the same name. I mean, it's not like a name that is... nah, crap. It really stands out, is it? Well, I think that does it for this game. Really cool game. Love the music of it. And I think it's going to call it. I'm going to call it for the stream. Yeah, Max did it again, didn't he? I'm actually going to switch this to like this. But yeah, Max Verstappen, he won again, champion again, as I heard. I didn't actually watch the race. Lufia 2, is Lufia 2 actually better in PAL regions? I didn't know that. I love Lufia 2, it's an awesome game as well. Well, thank you guys very much for joining me. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, I do try, I have no clue what I'm doing, but I did try to do some scene changes and stuff. I will try to fix the things where the stream keeps cutting out. Probably try 6 mbits. Yeah, Woody is a bit ominous, isn't he? But, oh well. So yeah, I guess that's it for now. I really enjoyed this. I will see when I can do this again. Ah, yeah, the guess the game feature. Thank you. I need to make more of those. For those who have not seen it, the guess the game feature is this for if I happen to go away and don't have an awesome tune on. There is this scene which I will quickly show off again. Here we go. And I want to have more screenshots of that. So if you have a cool screenshot to blow up and make a guessing game where I can rotate the images, that'd be cool, because now I only have the one and I need to create more. But yeah, I want to have a rotating thing there where you just randomly get served some like pieces of a screenshot where you can guess the game. Just as a little something when I have to go. Hi. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm really glad it went as well as it did. I've of course not seen it myself. Probably get embarrassed by myself again when I do see it back. And yeah, it's nice to see you again. Saying goodbye to the people, huh? And I will try to do this again next week. Probably again with the Commodore, and maybe on the first days I want to do the CDI stream, but I'm not sure if I can actually manage that because this is going to take a lot out of me, I'm afraid. So we'll just see how my energy level is further down the week. But yeah, I do want to make also, of course, a stream on CDI stuff, because apparently I'm the CDI guy. Oh boy. Oh boy, what a reputation. Where did I go wrong? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for tuning in, and hope to catch you next time. And until that time, take care. Bye bye for now. And I guess I should say the muzzle now. See ya later. Let's see, there is also an end screen, I think. There we go.